Hi Aries, welcome to your September Tarotscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant.reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So, eclipse season done, retrogradia season done. It was intense, right? But this is it. This is the start now. This is no excuse time. This is the time to get started, to get going. So without further ado, I would like to say, if you are a continued subby, thank you so much. It means the absolute world that you are here and that you continue to support Radiant Reality is amazing. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the email address below. So, as you have probably noticed, new format. I like to switch things up. I like to keep things fresh. I don't want to get stale. I want to keep growing. I want to keep learning, and I want you guys to keep doing those things with me, and I think it's really important. So, new format. So, your actions, your interactions, your money and materials, your communications, and your heart and hearth. Actions and interactions. Wow, look at that. The Magician. Money and materials. Ace of Cups. Could you even ask for any more than that? Communications. He's popped out. We've got the Knight of Wands. And then finally, your heart and your hearth. Got the Four of Pentacles. That's a really interesting set. Like a really interesting set. So, the Magician card obviously has big links to you if you were talking astrologically. But actually it's ruled by Mercury. It's about communication, but it's about mastering something. It's about becoming a master. It's about being seen at the peak or the height of your game. Whatever it is that you do, this is about you stepping into that power. It's about you becoming a master or an authority in that field. When you see the Magician card, this puts you in a place of power, puts you in a place of strength. It talks about you aligning your own personal will with the divine will. This is you tapping into your power of manifestation. Your actions and your interactions with the world at large is the things that you do. It's how you present yourself. It's what you say. It's everything. It's all of this stuff, but rolled into one. So this could be enterprise. It could be work. It could be business. It could be, you know, any of the above. But it's literally talks about you being the prime force in your own life. It talks about you tapping into your own energy of creation. But this is the masculine principle of creation. And when we talk about the masculine principle of creation, it's very much what Aries is attached to. You know, the number one has links to Aries astrologically. If you wanted to talk about the planets associated with the Magician, you would be talking about Mercury, because it's about communication, but it's about mastery of communication. And what I believe about this card is it's about you mastering the communication between you and the divine in order to create what it is that you want. As above with the wand, so below on earth. The wand pointing upwards is his will aligning to the divine will. When you align your own will to the divine will and then you bring that down into manifest reality, that's when you start to really be able to manifest your truest desires. It's no coincidence as well that he's got the 4 items on the table. You know, these are the 4 principles of creation. So your actions and your interactions in September, Aries, are very much you tapping into who you are, but more importantly, this is you. Like, now that Mars has gone direct, this is you really starting to build up that run so that you can just go for it. I see you putting a lot of things into place this month, and also in terms of your of how you are received by other people, how you are perceived by other people. You are going to be the person to look to. You are going to be the person that kind of goes from the underdog, and Aries, never, usually, you know, you're going to go from being the underdog to being at the top, and it's going to happen really quickly. This is a brilliant month for you to speak your truth, to enact the things that you want to enact. This is the time to go for it. September is the month for you to start everything. And you know, while the previous months with all the eclipses were very much like, you know, I'll look back on, remember those are the ones that changed me, September's going to be the one that made me, you know, for you guys in particular with this card. So your money and your materials, you get the Ace of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. It says that in terms of money and materials, you're absolutely blessed. If there is something that you want, if there is something that you desire on a material level more than ever, especially next to the Magician card, this is the month to go for it. This is the month to wish for it. State your intention, speak your intention, not just out to the universe, but to the people that you encounter. For those of you, you know, this could be speaking to your family and saying, look, I need this in order to make this investment work, or I need, you know, this kind of support. I need you to do this. I need you to watch my home while I go traveling, all that sort of stuff. It's kind of saying, because the Ace of Cups is wish fulfillment. This is you and your finances going through a massive upswing, almost a miraculous upswing. If you see, it's right next to the Magician, because the Ace of Cups is not only true love, but it's wishes, it's abundance, an abundance of emotion, and it's the type of emotion that can actually be used to generate and create something real in life. Absolutely beautiful card. Also, your money and your materials, it's asking you to come from a place of love. So when you find yourself in the space of having and achieving abundance this month, be really sure to in some way put that back out into the universe. You've asked for it in some way, shape or form, and the universe has delivered it right to you, right back at you. And that's absolutely beautiful, because it means that your power to manifest things is taking shape this month. It's really coming into fruition. But you asked for things from the universe and it delivered. So now you also need to remember to be the vessel to bless other people when they find themselves in a time of need or in a time of wishing. And this will be the month from here onwards, actually. These will be the months ahead where you are in a position to bless other people. And I would, I strongly recommend that you do. You know, it keeps that flow of abundance happening. In your communications with the world at large, you've got the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is about passion, it's about fire, it's about doing things. It's a very emotive card. It's about being out there, but it's also a card of travel. And in terms of your communications, this says that you're going to be in love with life this month. You're going to be feeling the zest for communication. You want to speak to people, you want to interact with people, you want to interact with people that are completely different to you. You want to get different perspectives, different understandings, new viewpoints. This month, communication, you know, communication is absolutely blessed for you guys, and it's going to bring you into contact with people that you never could have imagined yourself liking or interacting with. It's going to change your viewpoints. It's going to force you to force others to change their viewpoints. And this isn't in like the usual sort of rah Aries way. This is going to be about you being smart. It's going to be about you being clever. This is going to be about, you know, your communications this month see you being the true capacity for Aries, the strategic statistician or whatever. This is going to see you really tapping into that energy, and I believe off the back of the Mars retrograde that's happened, it's giving you that ability. It's giving you the ability to be precise in your thoughts. And the hangover from having that really intense Mars retrograde is that now all of your communication is strategic. You understand how to get the best from people. You understand how to and when to apply force, and in the right way. And more importantly, okay, am I applying too much? Am I pushing too hard? Am I pushing too little? It's like you're going to be able to adjust and, you know, just constantly adapt your communication style this month. And that's going to bring you some really great rewards in terms of the people that you interact with. There's a lot of passion happening this month. So, you know, we read the cards singularly and then we read them in conjunction as well. There's a lot of passion happening. You know, for some of you, this is about sexual desire. This is about passion, tapping into that kind of passion. For others of you, This is just you being passionate and in love with life. It's like, yeah, you know what, I feel happy, I feel loving, I feel almost gushy, but you know, from a very Aryan point of view, gushy. Do you know what I mean? So that's going to be more about passion and emotive rather than it is like, you know, all of that stuff. So really exciting month for you guys. In terms of your heart and your half, you get the Four of Pentacles. Now the Four of Pentacles can represent a lot of things, but I kind of, the way that I see this, especially in this spread for you, this is about saying to you, don't be stingy with your feelings. Don't be, even if you're the sort of person that is usually tightly controlled, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying change who you are. What I'm saying is this is the month to open that up a bit. Don't hang on to your feelings. Speak your truth. Speak what you feel deeply, excuse me, deeply passionate about, deeply attached to, deeply aware of. You know, when you share your emotions with other people, one, it stops your emotions getting backed and blocked up. Two, it allows other people to be a part of and feel a part of your world. And three, it enables the truest, deepest communication because it's reciprocal. And that's what you're being asked to do this month, Aries, to open up your feelings, to demonstrate your feelings. The Knight of Wands is about doing things. You know, wands, fire, action, doing. You know, the Knights are very, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen, I think in 2 readings I've ever done, I've seen a Knight represent a person. It's very, very rare. Usually Knights are modes of transport, they can be messages or they can be qualities of interaction. And this one is about doing things. So when you couple these 2 cards together, this is saying to you, be open with your feelings. Demonstrate to people how you feel. It's not going to be enough for you to be analytical and say, oh, well, you know, this is how I feel. People are going to need to see that from you this month. They want to see you doing it. They want to see you being an Aries. A true Aries leads by example. That's what you guys are here for. Beautiful spread. Absolutely beautiful spread. So, let's have a look. These I've put here to represent the weeks of the month. So the first week of the month is asking you to observe through your past, to look through your past. It's asking you to really just take, it's not even take it out. It's like like you'll be having this thought of looking over your past, and then you'll say to yourself, snap out of it. It's not, I'm no longer there. It's not time for me to be there anymore. Trust your instincts and move past what was. And if you can move past what was, what actually becomes is going to be something so truly and deeply amazing. It looks like as well, some of you will be treading old ground in the first week of the month. You know, this is you taking a trip somewhere down memory lane. For some of you it will be physical, for others of you it will be metaphysical, but it's a trip or a journey that you must take regardless. The second week of the month, look at that, this is when you really start to come into your power. The second week of the month is going to allow you a really powerful glimpse into how much you can manifest and the speed at which you can manifest as well. The second week of the month looks like a really good one for communication, and it also looks like you're really going to start to, you know, the second week of September is when things will really start to ramp up for you. The third week of the month, you get the Hierophant. So the third week of the month is going to see you setting some ground rules and boundaries, not just for yourself, but for other people. This is going to see you, you know, you're going to be collating and then, you know, really looking over all of the information, all of the stimulus, everything that's happening to you. You're going to be taking stock, but you're going to be laying the ground rules and the foundations for the boundaries that you're going to need going forward. It's almost like you're rebuilding the structure of your life, which is so exciting. So exciting. And then finally, the fourth week of the month, look at that. I mean, how much more could you ask for? You get the Sun card, and this is basically saying to you, you will remember this month to come for a very, very long time, because this is the month where everything started. The months before will be ones that you don't forget because of all the changes or the shifts that happen, absolutely. But this will be the month where you can look back and you say to yourself, that's the month I started, and that's the month where everything took off for me. Aries, this is an amazing, amazing energy for you. Oh, and finally, where is my last deck? Your key to the month card, your overall message and theme. Look at that. I mean, 1, 2, 3. The Magician is your card this month. The Magician is your message to become a master manifester, to ask for what it is that your dreams are, to acknowledge what your dreams are and the beauty that is within them, but more importantly, to acknowledge the power that is within you to create and manifest your dreams and your desires. So the first week, treading old ground. The second week, open communication, and more importantly, especially with those that you love, can bring you really lucrative happenstances, let's say. Really exciting stuff. Also, in terms of health, I would say for a lot of you, health looks really good this month. The communications is kind of saying to you, yeah, you know, be passionate, be, you know, openly passionate, overtly passionate. And it's also saying with the Hierophant there as well, this is about building a new structure for your life. This is about making people aware that you are you're in a period of construction. You know, not under construction, you're in a period of construction. And there is a very subtle difference there. And I'm not going to explain it to you because you should discover this, yeah. And then finally, be open with your feelings. Don't be tight with them. You know, be open. For those of you that are partnered, this is the time to speak up and speak out and share. For those of you that are single, be open to new love arriving, because with the Sun card there, this is adding strength and power to all of your relationships, to your familial ties, to your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, wife, husband, all of that stuff. You know, and then when you look at this spread overall, and the fact that you've got 3 Magician cards there, I mean, powerful, powerful stuff, guys. This is a month for you to really get started, get going, and make shit happen. I wish you an abundance of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. Don't forget to post in the comments. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you very soon for the weekly videos.